So y'all, we're gonna move on to the next topic. But I know you said you had a relationship topic. We can go ahead and jump into that right now. What was that topic that you want to talk about?
Oh, okay. Well, what I wanted to talk about today was what um, we all know. Everybody has, uh, I guess you can say, preferences or what they want. So, like, I'll give you an example. So, let's just say, for example, somebody says, "Well, I don't want to deal with X, Y, and Z," or "I want somebody that who is in this position in life," or or what, or I want somebody to,
What's an example?
uh, huh?
Like, give us an example. Like, what do you mean? Like, in what position, or don't want to deal with what?
Okay, well, let's just say, for example, let's say somebody said, "Well, I only want somebody who makes X amount of money,"
Okay.
or I want somebody does, I want somebody who does this, like I want somebody uh, who is a man's man, or I want somebody um, who treats me a certain way,
Mhm.
like what do y'all think make that what what do y'all think are some things that make up a person to think like that, whether it's a male or a female, man or a woman, like a man, like let's say for example, a man says, "Well, I want a woman who does this and this and this. I want a woman who makes this amount of money. I want a woman who is this. Like, I want somebody who's supportive. Like, what do y'all think makes up a person to have those type of views
Mhm.
or wants, views and wants, or whatever, however you want to put it?"
Yeah. Um.
Like, let me, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I can spark y'all's thinking. So, do y'all think, um, for example, let's just say, due to someone's past uh, relationship experience, do you think that's a reason of why somebody would view things a certain way? Or do you think it may be someone's upbringing and how they were raised, how they saw their
Mm.
parents?
Mhm.
Do you think that may be a reason? Like, what are some reasons or examples of how someone
What?
views relationships or
Mhm.
sees things how they want them?
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, Brent? You want to go first?
Mm-mm.
You don't want to go first? Okay.
Okay, yeah, I go first. I'm just
All right.
playing. Okay, when Mel just said that part, I think both of those ways play a big part in how a person was brought up and what they have experienced. I think both of those, what you just said, play a part in somebody's preferences. So, a
Mhm.
woman that's raised with two parents in the household, and she's very close to her father, that might be the type of man she might be looking for. It's not someone just like her father, but got some of those characteristics, like a good provider, um, got a stern man, don't take no mess or whatever, and she might be actually attracted to that, you
Mhm.
know.
Right.
And a woman, I'm just using a woman example, but even for both sex, but if a person's been through something and it ain't been good, and they partner cheated on them or something, and they like or you know they might have had a kid, and you might like on the next one. I don't want no one with no kids. They're too much to handle. That ain't my responsibility. Some dudes might feel like that.
Right.
So I think what you said, those two parts play a big part in your preferences, how you were brought up, and what you done already been through in relationships, and
Mhm.
what you have seen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good, Brent. That's you kind of really hit it right there on the head. How you been brought up and what you done been through plays a big
Hmm.
part in that. I do believe too sometimes, Melody, there's unrealistic expectations that we have. Even I mean,
Right.
men and women both have
Yeah.
both do it. Sometimes we want something from a woman that we are not willing to give ourselves, or we don't even have ourselves, right?
Right.
Like, and just for example, I was watching this. I was on YouTube one day, and there was this lady talking about relationships, and she was asking the other ladies questions like, "What are you looking for in a man?" And this one lady, this one lady was looking for a man that was, like a tall, like thin man in shape, you know,
And she didn't
but
look
this lady
nothing like
wasn't in
that.
shape, right? But she wasn't in shape. Some of the
No.
things she didn't have, right? So sometimes those unrealistic expectations we put on other people, but we don't put them on ourselves. And
Right.
so therefore that those things too, you have to look at that dynamic, look at how old the person is, look at how long they've been single, ask them why they're single, or ask them
Mm.
why they think they may be single. Those questions are good to
Single by
ask.
choice.
Yeah. Some may say
What you say,
that,
Mildred?
I'm single by choice. I
yeah.
mean,
Oh,
and you can be,
You
but
can be,
that
but if
choice,
you
but
most
that
people
choice
don't
may
want to
be
be single though.
right. And like and what I was getting ready to say is that choice may very well be that, oh, I'm not going to settle for
That's
B.
all it means. It's code
I'm not
words
going
for
to,
I'm not gonna settle
and right,
for
but as to add to what you were saying is that you're not going to settle, but what you don't want to settle for is what you're looking for is unrealistic. So
mhm.
you
yeah.
you're not going to settle for anybody because what you're looking for is in outer space.
That's the thing though, Milton. Everybody don't realize that. And sometimes you have to, or either you have to, or other people have to make them see that what they're looking for is it's a small group of
Yeah.
people that fit into this bubble that you somehow
Right.
that you're looking for, that you're trying to attract, that may not really even be attracted to you. So what's the chances of you finding
Right.
this unicorn, this person that really don't
Right.
exist? That what's the chance of you finding them? What do you have to offer that this other lady over here, don't? What's gonna make them choose you over her? And so
Right.
people have to
Mhm.
realize that sometimes you have to just be straight up, like, most guys, and you can use statistics, you can look up things. Most guys don't, make a certain type of money. Most guys don't have this type of job or look this way. So what you're looking for is not realistic. And
Mhm.
so sometimes when you break it down like that to people and try to open their eyes, and they can see, that what they looking for just don't exist, and they're gonna be single for a whole minute
Right.
because they looking for something that don't exist. So I'm not saying to lower your standards, but to sometimes you have to, like, have realistic standards. Like,
Right.
don't place, and especially don't place expectations on other people that you for stuff you're not willing to do yourself.
Right.
And it's hard sometimes. There's some things we'll see that we like, oh, I like that, or I like this. But if it's not something you're willing to do yourself, don't try to place that expectation on her or on him or
Right.
whoever it is you're trying to be with. So
Right.
it's
It's a
all that plays a part.
it's a thing on TikTok or Instagram where it's like for women. They say if you don't like the male version of yourself, you need to lower your standards. Like it showed them like with a beard and mustache and with a fade. And it said if you don't like the male version of yourself, you probably need to lower your standards. But and
That
people also give flack to Kevin Samuel, but have to give it to him. He wouldn't be wanting these high value men. And then the first thing he said, what's a high value man? And then he said, if you had to grade yourself from 1 to 10 and you can't say 8, and Melvin, you broke that down why he said that, why he can't say 8. And then they put themselves like they say a 6. And then he'd be like, he said, well, what the hell? Why the hell you looking for a high value man? You gave yourself a 6.
mhm.
Right.
Or if a woman say, well, I'm a 10, and he said he might say, you say you a 10, but what I'm looking at is a 4. And then he'll break it down. I mean, a lot of people don't, hey, but thing with going on his program is he didn't ask you to come on there. You came on there yourself. So when you come on there, you're gonna get what you get. You know how he is.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I do like I don't think Kevin he's speaking up for the brothers, but because I've heard him get into some men behind too, about what they looking for, and they going like that. Just like you saying, bro, that is so unrealistic.
Right.
It's something he'll be
Right.
telling both men and women. He said it's unrealistic. He said, "Okay, you want a man making now this was good one time." He said you want a man making six figures. What if he's up to that and that? Like he's making six figures, but he ain't saving no money because all his paycheck is going to paying bills.
Hmm.
He said, now if you get a brother working at Jiffy Lube that's making mediocre money, still doing good, he's not making the six figures, but his life, he got good credit.
Hmm.
He probably got a home. He's taking care of it. But you'll overlook that brother that's probably making 40 or 50,000 that's doing well for himself. But you want a brother that's possibly in debt six figures, but he's making that. And you want to add that burden on you.
Hmm.
See, the thing is about that, you could be making, let's just say if you're making $100,000 a year,
Mm-hmm.
but you also spending
Mm-hmm.
$95,000 a year. How much money are you really making? Versus you have somebody that's making $50,000 a year, but they only spend $30,000 a year.
Exactly.
You know, so that means they saving a lot more money than that person who's got the high dollar job, you know, the high dollar income. But is it really a high dollar income when he's not saving any of it? As soon as he get it, it's gone.
I think some of that comes or stems from just status and even social media. Because people
Right.
see one thing, they see
Keep
see
it up with
these
the
power couples or these people, these celebrities, and everyone wants to live the lifestyle, right? But you don't know what comes with it or what it took for these people to get where they are. And so I think
Right.
too is just the way people view things these days, man. Is weird. How people expect so much, and it's not even reality, and it's not
Would
normal.
it be safe? Would it be safe to say you're looking for quality over quantity or quantity over quality?
Yeah, I would say quantity over quality. You're looking for
Okay.
more than yeah, you're trying to get more, I guess, more out of someone and not really knowing who they are, I guess, or what they're about.
Mhm.
You
I
really,
guess if
yeah, it's more like quantity, I guess, over
you
quality.
looking for somebody that looks like it
Right.
might be,
Looks like the image that you have in your
the
head.
image of them
Right.
looks like it might be good, but it's not good for you.
Yeah, they have the look, the appearance. The outer looks great. They may look like y'all said, they may look like they drive a nice car, wear the clothes. They may be in shape,
They
six,
probably up to dead to their ears.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they could be up
They
to right. They could be up to that in their ears, right? You taking on, they look fine, but now
Mhm.
y'all a couple 100,000 in debt,
and
and so
on
y'all struggling,
and, and on top of that, he let's just say, for example, he don't have no relationship with his family because how
Right.
he is.
Right.
He might
You gotta look at
shallow.
all
hate him.
that stuff.
You know, that's the thing. You
Yeah.
got you just because they make money done. He may make money or she may have a lot of money, but their life might be in shambles. You know,
Mhm.
money don't make you happy.
They
You
sure
know,
don't.
Right.
it can temporarily make you happy, but it ain't gonna keep you happy.
Right. It won't. It's not gonna solve all your issues.
Right.
And so it's more there's more things you have to look at. And just everybody don't realize it. Everybody don't realize
Right.
it. That what they're
Like I
looking for
said,
doesn't exist.
like I just said, you got the brother. He fit what you looking for. But what you really would be more happy with is the brother that's don't is making less money. But let's just say, okay, like you just said, the brother making all the money, but he might be hundreds of $1,000s in student loan debt. The brother that went to trade school and he in electricity making $80 an hour ain't really got no debt, but he living life mediocre. But that doesn't amuse you.
Yeah. I've heard someone say that they don't want to date nobody. It's a blue collar worker,
And yeah, exactly.
and I'm like,
I
how
think I
can you
heard
say
that too, but now because she was a celebrity, right? The
No,
lady that said
this
that.
was No, this
It
is
was a
someone
celebrity that said that though.
oh, it could be, yeah.
Okay, because
I'm talking
I
about
got
this.
it from her. Now, if you're a celebrity and you
Mhm.
say that, then I'm like, maybe okay, I get it. Like you on another level, so you just can't
But
really
Bragg, I've
date or
heard some
talk to anybody.
also celebrities say, I don't want to date somebody that's doing the same thing that I'm doing. I want
Right.
somebody that's mediocre.
But that's
Yeah.
fine. You're a celebrity. You in that
But that's
space
preference.
to where you can right. It's preference at that point. You can you have your pick and what you want. You're a celebrity. Like you don't have to.
Mhm.
You don't really have to settle. I'm talking about normal people. If a normal person just says that, I mean,
Right.
really, you don't want a blue collar worker? Okay, we'll see how that works out.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that the person was saying it because of their past, like we said, but because of their past relationship
Yeah.
and all of that. So and that was the reason why I brought up the question. I wanted to know what y'all thought about uh what do y'all think goes into a person having the views of that they have and the thoughts that they have and what they want in life and stuff that, or what they want from a person that they want to potentially have a relationship with.
Yeah. It's
So that was the
upbringing.
reason why.
Yeah.
Right. And
Parents.
so,
Yeah. All that stuff.
right, because I was having a conversation with some people, and they were saying one person was saying that their wife saw, what do you say? Their wife saw her parents, um, like the dad was. I guess I don't know if you really call it a traditional relationship, but they were saying their dad was the one who always did, or actually, I think the dad was one who wasn't working a lot, but he was at home. And so when they saw the mom doing a lot of work, or it was something like that, I can't remember exactly. Um, versus what somebody else said, where they saw, uh, or his parents were actually always working together. They were always working. You know, uh, husband did things for the wife, wife did things for the husband, whereas uh, that person's partner didn't see that uh, as they grew up. So it was a complete it was like almost mind blowing to her because she didn't see that growing up. She saw a different perspective in how the parents interacted with kids and interacted with each other. So you're right. And how you grew up and what you saw in past relationships uh makes up how people see things in life.
Yeah. And even
Good
how you
point.
grew up too, Mildred, doesn't just because you grew up that way doesn't make it right.
Right,
So when you
exactly.
get into your own relationship, when you find someone you want to be with, y'all gonna have to work that out, like y'all's dynamic and what's gonna work for y'all.
Right.
Just because you saw it growing up, don't mean it was right.
That
Don't
don't
mean
mean it's how it's gonna be in
don't
your
mean it's gonna work for
relationship.
you and what you got going on. So y'all have
Right.
to you have to work that out too. You know.
Because I know we all grew up, and we saw things that our parents did
Mhm.
that, you were like, okay, well, that worked for them, but it may not work for me and and the
Right.
person that I'm with,
Mhm.
or you may have saw things that, oh, well, I see where my parents may have faltered in this area. Let me try not to make that same mistake,
Mhm.
or something like that. So I guess it can be a learning experience as well, to where
Right.
you develop something to make it even better for yourself.
Right. And that's what it is. It's a learning experience. It's not that you don't love your family or love your parents. They brought you here. They're the ones who brought you here. But you can learn, right? And
Right.
Right.
they can just teach you,
Pick and choose.
right, pick and choose, and they can teach you things. They can even show you things. Hey, don't do this or don't do that. They can help you miss certain stumbling blocks too, by
Right.
talking to them and asking them, hey, about things. So right. But yeah,
Let
that's
that
good.
be a guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a
I know
guy.
my mom always told me, she told me several times. She said she said, if you when you get a wife, she said, whatever you do, whatever you do to get her, you continue to do the same thing to keep her.
Mhm.
Don't do one thing to be able to get it, and then once you got her, you
Right.
quit doing it.
Don't just stop doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I've always learned if they don't do what you say, hey, I'm just
To the
playing.
curb.
Hit to the curb. You can't do that. But I mean, it's sad to say there's some people that think like that.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I've read so many posts and so many debates online and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It is crazy. It is some of the stuff I have seen. Like I saw a lady post something the other day where she said that if he don't treat her like a roommate if you want her to be submissive or something like that. And I was like, I had to like kind of go in there and read some of the other comments, see what they was talking about. And I'm guessing they don't want nobody to I guess he's not a real man. Because they were talking about the whole 50-50 thing. And
Oh,
women
okay.
women can't stand 50-50. Like how dare I be with a man and pay half the bills and stuff like that. And I've actually heard some financial people say a lot of times that paying going half on the bills is financially beneficial. It's financially beneficial doing that. But like I said, a lot of people don't that where they're taught as growing up that things are supposed to be a certain way. I mean, I'll put it to you like this: whatever works in your household works. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, and
Yeah.
you ain't if you were taught to do one thing, just because you were taught that don't mean it's got to work that same way for you.
Right.
And I feel like, and people don't like men and women, most and more women than men, I would say, don't like the term 50-50. But I turn around and throw it on I turn around and I use the term as 100-100. Why are
Mhm.
we only giving 50 when we both can give 100? And
100.
we
Right.
both like instead of just sharing bills and share everything, you know what I'm saying? You don't like he shouldn't expect her to do all the housework and cleaning and cooking and cleaning and tending to the kids and stuff like that all by herself without him doing just as much. You know what I'm saying? He can do this, he can do that. That's a whole nother conversation. But
Mhm.
I'm just saying like it goes back to what like I said what people saw as they grow up and what they saw in past experiences uh does it definitely has an effect on what they think or what they see and expect it from
Mhm.
someone in a relationship.
Yeah. Okay.